How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a new beer time, I think. I don't think Lagunitas has made this beer before. Anyway, new beer for me time in the form of their Stereohopic IPA. This is a Nelson Sauvin and Mosaic 7.2% alcohol by volume IPA. Clear beer, you can already see. Let's see, per what Lagunitas typically does. The Stereohopic series channels are 25 plus year hop love affair into a spotlight on two special varietals at a time. And interestingness that happens between. The first volume shows what happens when New Zealand citrus mangoey speciality, Nelson Sauvin, and one of Yakim's heavy hitters, Mosaic, get together. Tell us what you think. There you go. Petaluma, California. This comes from Lagunitas, so actually comes from that brewery out there, I believe. So yeah, we'll see what's what. It's been a minute since I've had something from Lagunitas. What did they send off last time? Oh, I forget what they sent off. Actually, that's not true, though, because I've had a couple Lagunitas mystery beers and non-mystery beers from my buddy Steven, so he sends them off from time to time. Label-wise, it's what Lagunitas does, so there really isn't much of a surprise there. And that be uber clear beer. I mean, look at that. You could light a fire with that if the sun was out. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say roast some ants, but that seems a little cruel nowadays, so I'm going to try to get away from that one. You know, we used to do those kind of things as kids when we were dumb. Anyway, yeah. Looks like apple juice. It's a good nose. It smells like citrusy apple juice. I know that's placebo effect. I doubt there is apple in here. Soft citrus vibes. Really not much as far as a huge bitteriness, not even a huge sweetness from a fruitiness. That really does come off as this soft citrus with this like apple kind of thing going on. Again, I know that's just because I mentioned it. Now my brain thinks it. I don't know why that's happening so violently with this beer. Done and done. Not a huge nose, but then not a negative nose either. Let's dive in. Cheers. Super clean, crisp, ultra clean beer. Almost to the point where it's like not too crisp, but too under enthusiastic. Kind of just drinks. It doesn't drink like a small IPA. It drinks like a 7% IPA, but in the way it hits your palate, you get a little bit of heat. You know you're drinking something ABV, but really when you're talking about a mashup of these two kind of hops, you are expecting that kind of green, big New Zealand kind of thing going on with tropical fruit. Well, I'm getting drips and drabs in that, nothing too crazy. And on the other end of things, you expect almost like a, little bit of, I was going to say kind of like a little bit more kind of fruity mangoiness on the other end of things, but it's not even that tropical. It's not that citrus. It's all kind of there, but the volume's kind of low. It's a weird beer because it comes from Lagunitas. Chances are this is hyper fresh. So it looks like here it's the 53rd day, or 53rd day. They do the Julian calendar dating. Let's put it this way, 53rd day, which would put this. What is that? Right at the end of February, and we're just beginning March, and of 2011. So it's hyper fresh. It just lacks some kind of oomph and punch to it. And it lacks that classic kind of Lagunitas, kind of West Coast danky, weedy kind of characteristic. The pininess that is in here, that little bit of greenness that's in there, that little bit almost like caddy-like Simcoe-iness that's in here is very minimal, especially for its lower ABV. And then on the other side of things, while there is a fruit component to it, it doesn't come off with as showy as you'd expect, especially with something getting up there at 7% and change. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about. I've had much better from Lagunitas, and it's just weird for them to come out with like something new like this and try to mash two hops together, which should work quite well, and have it come off with such low volume. I've had this happen from time to time with hyper fresh Lagunitas, though, I'll tell you that. I have a second bottle for this, so maybe I will push this review off, re-review this in about a week or two, and see how it hits. If I post this review, then it's probably the same beer, and that's what's going on. But yeah, it's not a fine beer. Nothing negative about it. Just lacks that kind of volume and pop you want on these kind of beers. There you go. Is it one of the better IPAs I've had as of late? even with that being said, it's not. It's fine. It's in there. Sure, it's drinkable. It's tasty. Whatever. It just lacks any kind of like chutzpah. Value and availability. Lagunitas probably get this at 12 packs around $13 because their price points are always crazy good. And typically you can get whatever they put out. And leave you with if you like, well, we like this beer. If you like Lagunitas. How about that one? Yeah, if you like your West Coast beers that drink crisp and clean, and you do like your beers that drink a little bit below its weight class as far as vibrancy, then this is not going to be a bad beer whatsoever. There you go. A review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little Lagunitas right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.